The title of this piece is called Ode to Little Village. La Villita es familia, todo corazón, breathing resistance. OVLHS construction legacy left after 19 days of hunger striking. Barrio becoming buzzing battleground built for eloteros posted in every corner. Mis calles cantando cumbia, Celso Piña style cruising down 26th Street. Its work tastes like Lorena's tamales, looks like Valdemar's haircuts, smell like Ixalco pupusas. Its stories told in skulls and colorful murals wrapped in royalty and playboys. It's code switching between blocks. The best summers are here in Mexico of the Midwest, and you are all bienvenidos. La Villita is forever claiming it and feeling it engraved in your soul. It's love at first sight. It's standing tall. It's mi gente believing and creating the most beautiful things like azúcar ice cream ready for first dates and heartbreaks. It's ever-changing and celebrating all the month of August in the rhythm of rap, salsa, bachata, and norteñas. Here, aquí, we are everything that has been ripped away from our home countries and still not forgetting our identity. Thank you.
Nice job.
This poem is entitled The Last Bus Stops Running at 11. We are speedy snails slugging our bodies, yearning for our feet to unite with our porch steps. We leave a slimy trail of sweat that slips from the creases of our foreheads that work gave us. With the droop of daytime comes the drip of the corners of the bus driver's mouth, how his face sags down to the soles of his shoes, like jean back pockets that dwell behind knees, how denim dangles on the Dan Ryan's thighs like dreads. I think the 115 waits for me at 95th. Faces, hair, jeans, ambition, all sagging, gather on this bus in a cluster, and we are falling fireworks to sink further south into the city like mother's breasts in a spaghetti strap. We are all floor huggers, weep like willows and wilt in Chicago's cool night heat. At 10 p.m. on the 115, I think it is finally okay for black folk to be dead white light, falling stars onto Earth's surface. Thank you.
So 20 years, Louder Than a Bomb's been around 20 years. We're good friends with Kevin Koval, one of the founders. And for people not familiar with Louder Than a Bomb, what is it exactly?
Louder Than a Bomb is really just the biggest youth poetry festival in the city. We gather teams all across Chicago and Chicagoland area just to talk about the idea of radical listening and to really empower the tradition of storytelling, because so many marginalized neighborhoods and all of their stories are often secondhand and overwritten, and so the idea of radical listening just like enforces, you know, powerful storytelling.
Right. So this is, congratulations, by the way, on 20 years.
Thank you.
So what do you think contributes to the success of 20 years of Louder Than a Bomb?
I think what contributes to it is everybody really just wanting to support the youth and to support the voices. And like I said, the stories that we do here are often secondhand and scripted and, you know, overwritten. And so when you have all of these powerful voices and people all over from Chicago telling the stories of, like, you know, their belonging and who they belong to, that's I think that's what's the most beautiful thing about it, and seeing everybody come together to break the barriers that Chicago has created around us.
Right. It's about expression, it's about art, but it's also about community building. That's a huge part of this.
Yes.
What was it like for you when you won?
Well,
I'm so glad you asked, Mariah.
it was so something that we say at Louder Than a Bomb is like, the point is not the point is the poetry. And I think that that shifts the narrative that, like, yeah, this is a competition, quote unquote, but this is also like a festival. And for me personally, you know, it really helped the idea that there is like page poetry and stage poetry, and bringing both of those two together for a bigger celebration, for a bigger purpose, and feeling your story move throughout your body. That was what was so beautiful for me.